everyone. I am going to show you today how to make this bracelet. I think I'm going to call it Royal Dreams, mainly because it looks kind of royal to me, and oddly enough I had a dream about it. So there we go. I did modify it some because this is the original, and as you can see it's a bit too big. So I made one strip for the new one for this colorway, which is a bit shorter, and staying true to fashion, I am going to use a length of chain and a lobster claw clasp so that it is adjustable. For the materials, I have 15 seed beads here and 11 seed beads. These are 4mm fire polish. These are 4mm Swarovski Bicones. For the bezel that goes in the middle, you're going to need a 12mm Rivoli. This one that I'm using is Swarovski. It's the light Vitrail color. So there's, you move it around, you can see a little bit of like baby blue and some purple and maybe a little bit of like green a little bit. We're also going to need a wire guard for the end, like I have here. You're going to need a needle and thread. Needle size is up to you depending on what 15s you use. I would recommend a 12, especially if you're using the galvanized seed beads or the Duracoat galvanized. Especially, you're definitely going to want a 12. These ones that I'm using are not galvanized. They're the silver gray Ceylon from Miyuki, and I have had no problem getting through those with a 10. I'll show you the back of this. We're going to do the base of it first in just the seed beads, and then we come across later and add in these other beads, and then you will connect it to the bezel. So, all right, I'll get this out of the way, move that up here, and we can get started. Alright, so we're going to start with, this is another one that the basis is right angle weave. So, alright, so we're going to pick up an 11/0 and 3/15. An 11/0, 3/15. And you want to do this 4 times. Pull those beads down towards the end of your thread. Go go back through all of them again. Tie a knot here. And one more. I'm going to cut that tail off because they always seem to get in my way anyways. Go through that 11 and the next 3 15s. And the next 11. Now we're going to pick up 3 15s. And 11. 3 15s. And 11, 3 15s, and 11, and 3 more 15s. Coming out of this 11 here, you're going to circle back through it this way. Go up the side until you get to that middle 11. All right, 3 more 15s, and 11, three 15s, and 11, 3 15s, another 11, and 3 15s. Coming out here, I'm going to go through this way. Flip that over. Go up through those beads until I get to the middle 11 again. Okay, so we have 3 units here. I want you to continue this until you have 7, and then I'll come back and we'll continue. Okay, so I have 7 units completed here. Now we need to add another row because This has 2 sections of that. So if we're coming out of this middle 11 here, you want to continue on to this one coming out the side. Now from here you pick up 3/15 and 11, 3/15 and 11, 3/15 and 11 and 3 more 15s. Coming out this way, we're going to go back up through that 11 this way. And just like on the first row of these units, you want to get to that middle 11. Now we're going to pick up enough beads to get from here to here in this pass. So that's 3/15s and 11, 3/15s and 11 and 3/15s. We're coming out of here, we're going to go through this 11 on the side. Now that unit is not complete because we need to come from this 11 to this one. So you pick up 3 more 15s. And go through that first 11 again. See? Now we got to get to the bottom 11 in this unit. So now we're coming this direction out of this 11. So we need to connect this one to this one. So we pick up those 3 15s first. I come from this bottom one to this side 11. And now we can complete the circle from here back to here. So 3 15s and 11, 3 15s an 11, and 3/15. Coming out of here, we're going to go through this first 11 and those other 3 seed beads. Down the side. Through those 15s and that 11. Okay. So from here to here, 3/15s and 11, 3/15s and 11 and 3/15s. Coming out of here, we're going to go down through that side one. Now from here to here is 3/15s. Up those seed beads into that middle 11. Okay. Now I want to mention here, I know you see this is a little wonky. They're not all keeping their shape, and thread tension isn't super tight. Once you put these other beads in here, it will hold its shape and it'll tighten up. So don't worry about pulling your thread so tight right now. It's really not necessary. Okay, so coming out of this 11 to get to this one, we add 3/15s. Out of here, up to that side. From here back to here, 3/11s. I'm sorry, 3/15s. And 11/0. Three 15s. And 11/0 and 3/15s. Coming out of here, go through that 11 and these 15s and that 11 if you can all do it all in one pass. If not, that's okay. Okay. Back up these 3/15s. And that middle 11. Okay. 3/15, and 11, 3/15, and 11, and 3 more 15s. Coming out of here, go through that side, 11-0. Three more 15s. Coming out of here, go through this one. Get to that middle one. Coming out of that one, 3 more 15s. And 11, 3 15s. And 11. And 3 15s. Coming out of here, now we go through this middle one, and those 3 15s, and the 11. And pull those through. Okay. Now we're going to add our wire guard for this end. So I'm going to come up 2 of these 15s here. Add 2 more 15s. Now wire guard. Come down the other side. Two more 15s. Now I'm going to come down that middle 15 on this side through to the 11 on the other side. Pull that down. I'm going to follow these seed beads around to this spot and reinforce that wire guard. We put a lot of tension on the ends of our bracelets where the clasps are, so it's a good idea to reinforce that, usually 2 or 3 times, more if you like. It's not going to hurt it to reinforce it more, but your beads might be getting a little tight inside with the more thread that you put through them. Through that wire guard. Instead of going around this time though, I'm going to go down these 15s. And through that 11-0 in the middle. Okay. And now we're ready to start adding our filler beads. So I'm coming out of the middle 11-0 in this direction. I'm going to pick up a 15, a fire polish, and a 15. You're going to cross over. I'm coming out this way, so I'm going to cross over to this 11-0. And I'm going to go into it like this. Now you can give your thread a little bit of a tug so that that sits down nicely. Pick up another 15, go back through the fire polish, again pull that a little snug, pick up another 15, and go back through this middle 11, like that. And that's how that should look. So coming out of this 11 in the middle, we're going to pick up another 15, a fire polish, and another 15. We're going to cross this way. So now we're going to go down through this 11-0 on the opposite side. Whoops. Okay. And again, give your thread a little bit of a tug. Pick up another 15. Go back through that fire polish. One more 15. And go back down that center 11-0. And give that a tug. Now in the middle here, we're going to add our bicones. So you pick up a 4mm bicone. You're coming out of this 11-0. You're going to sew that straight through to this other center 11-0. And give that a little bit of a tug. Don't have to pull too tight. So now here we're going to repeat what we did above in the previous step. So that's a 15 fire polish and a 15. Cross over, go through this outside 11-0 in this direction. Pick up another 15, come back through your fire polish bead, and another 15, and back through that center 11-0 again. Go. Pick up a 15, a fire polish, and a 15. Coming out of this 11 this way, cross over and go through that outside 11-0. Pick up another 15, cross back through the fire polish, another 15, down through the center 11-0. Pick up your bicone, coming out of this center 11-0, we're going to go straight through the next center 11-0 and pull that down. Okay. So finish these steps to get to the end of this strip, and we'll come back and I'll show you how to do the bezel. Okay, so we're back. This second strip is done. You are should be coming out of this middle 11-0. Now you can tie this off because I'm going to have the connection point coming from the bezel. So I am going to tie this one off. I don't like to have a lot of threads in my way. It's just something that somehow, no matter what, I always get snagged on. So better for me to cut them and get them out of the way. Here's one. Okay. Chop that off. So now we have two strips here. That would be nice on its own, really, if you just kept continuing with that. But I wanted to add a little extra to it, so for the bezel, you don't need a ton of thread. It doesn't use a lot. I'm not doing a peyote bezel. This is going to be a netted bezel. I like these. They are so much quicker and easier. And you can make them more elaborate or less elaborate as you want. We're going to need 8 of these 4mm fire polish beads. And 15 O's. Bring that down. Sew through those beads again. If you can't do them all at once, don't fight it. Tie this. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to leave that tail there because we are going to use that to attach the strips later. Well, one side of them anyways. So I'm going to go through this 15 fire polish and the next 15. Now I'm going to pick up 4 15-0s, an 11-0, a few of these over here for me, and 4 15s. We're going to go back through that same 15 and the next fire polish and 15. Pull that down. Go through the next fire polish and 15. And again, 4 15s, and 11, and 4 15s. Through that 15 again, through the fire polish and the next seed bead. Go through the next fire polish and that next 15-0. 4/15s, and 11, and 4/15s. Go back through that first 15, the fire polish, and the next 15. Next fire polish, and 15. Add 4/15s, and 11, and 4/15s. And go back through that 15, and through the next beads. Go back to the first loop that you added. Now you should have something that looks like this. Okay. Now we're going to come up these 15s on the side there. And through the 11 on the point. Now you pick up 2 11s and going in this direction, go through the next point 11. Two more 11s, go through the next point. Two more 11s. Next point. And 2 more 11s. And the first point that we went through. Now you should have something like this. Now you're going to take your Rivoli, place it face down, facing those fire polish beads. Now you want to pull your thread, cinch those, pick it up and hold it down with your thumb. Now you can't get that real tight just yet, so you're going to circle back through all of these 11s a couple of times until you're able to pull it tight enough so that your Rivoli won't fall out. Pull that. Not quite tight enough, so I'm going to go through it again. come back up these 15s. And, oh, see, I've got a tail getting in my way. Through this top 15, the fire polish, and the 15. Next fire polish from 15. Sorry guys. We want to get, see this tail thread is coming out here between the two loops. We want to get to the opposite side, to this 15-0, so that we can attach our bands. Sew around those 15s and fire polish until you get to the opposite of this. Which is, yep, that one there. Okay. Now you see we have our bezel done, and I love that. Look how this color of fire polish really complements that Rivoli. Very simple back. That's very quick. And you can do these differently. You can experiment with different sizes of your fire polish, of your seed beads. Experiment with the sizes of your wings that you use on it, that you would connect in the middle. Get a little more elaborate, decorate it more. Do whatever you want, it's your project. Okay. So we're coming out of this middle 15-0. Now to connect the strip, you need to pick up 3 15s. And come through this 15 just to the inside of this 11-0 on the end. Just the one 15-0. Pick up 3 more 15s and come through this 15 just on the inside of the next 11-0. Three more 15s. And back through this original 15 on the bezel. Pull that together. Now you want to sew through these again to reinforce that. Last 3 and that middle one. Ouch. Try not to stab yourself. Cinch that in. Pick up a bicone. You're coming out of this one. You're just going to go through the middle 15 here. Back up through your bicone. Now go through that 15. Same way you've been going into it, this way. Now we're going to go up through this fire polish and this 15-0. Now we're going to add 3 15s and 11 and 3 15s. And we're going to go through these 3 15s here. Through this 11-0. And up to the middle 15 in this section. Pick up a 15 fire polish and a 15, cross over, pick up a 15, go back through your fire polish, add another 15, go back through that middle 15, and back up to the original 15 in the bezel. So through that in the opposite direction. Okay. Through that next fire polish and 15 on the bezel. It is a little tight. Add 3 15s and 11 and 3 15s. So down here, go through these 3 15s. And then 11. So up those 15s in the middle and come out the second one. And pick up a 15 fire polish and a 15. We're going to come up through here. Another 15. Through your fire polish. Another 15. Back up the 15s in the middle there. Give your thread a tug. Go through that middle 15 again. And this is where a size 12 needle would come in handy. Coming out of that seed bead there, I'm going to go down these 15s. Watch your snag. I'm actually going to tie this off here. I'm done with that one. Cut this thread off. And I'm going to pop my needle on this other end. coming out this middle 15 here, we have our other strip here. Pick up 3 15s, come through this 15 just on the inside of that end 11, pick up 3 more 15s, go through the next 15 just to the inside of that end 11, and 3 more 15s, and come through this middle 15 again. Now I'll reinforce this. Side, these 3, and the other inside one. Next 3 on the sides. And through the middle 15 on the bezel again. Pull that tight. Pick up your bicone. Go through the middle 15. Back. Up. Back through the original way. Back up through this fire polish. And the next 15. Pick up 3 15s, and 11, and 3 15s. Coming out of here, go through these 3 15s and the 11. Go up the first 2 of those middle 15s, pick up a 15, your fire polish, and your 15, cross over, go through that end 11, pick up a 15, back through your fire polish, another 15, and go back through that middle and the last 15 that go alongside that bicone. Pull that snug. Come through the middle 15 on the bezel again. Up through that fire polish on the side and the next 15. pick up 3 15s, an 11, and 3 15s. Go through these 3 side 15s here, and the 11. Up through those side 15s, come out the second one. Pick up a 15 fire polish and a 15. Cross over, come up through that side 11. Pick up another 15. Back through the fire polish. One more 15. Back up through the middle and last 15 by the bicone. Thread a tug. Back through that middle 15 in the bezel. Through the 50 fire polish. Through this 15. Side, go around these center beads again, I'll tie this one off here. A few more. Okay. Cut that off. Now this is the length that we have this time. Much better. All right. Now you need a couple pairs of pliers. Add our clasp. Loop that into the wire guard. And close. There we go. There's the whole bracelet. As you can see, this one will actually fit me. Won't be too big. So there we go. If you want to experiment with this, use different beads. The first one I did, these are actually 4mm rondelles, so they're a bit more round than the fire polish, because you know the fire polish is a little elongated. But it did work out. I used a 10mm Rivoli in this one, and I still used 8 of the rondelles, but I used 11 O's in between. You can see here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will share with me what you've made on YouTube or Facebook. I have a Facebook group called Arm Candy Creators if you want to join that. You can visit my store, my online shop, my Instagram, and I have a Facebook page also. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll come back and visit me. And if you like the video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and feel free to comment, tell me what you've tried, or if you have any questions that you want me to answer, I would love to. And don't forget to subscribe and or share. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye.